I got 3 questions for you. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Mr. Rick, here to welcome you to my new apartment. Well, it's not exactly new, but I did get a membership to Costco, so you can check out the blackout curtains, you can check out the plant, and I also got a set of speakers and a second monitor to make my studio setup a little more professional. Nonetheless, this video that I put out of me playing Can't Stop Now was particularly challenging for me because it was so goddamn fast. I guess I'd like to show you how I approached playing the song given that it was so fast. Let's just kind of dive right into the tablature. Here's the first lick of Can't Stop Now. Basically, this lick is very closely related to this one. And also this one. It's a melodic phrase that is revisited a lot in melodic style banjo playing, I suppose. This one particularly is unique because it has like it's very like minor pentatonic. It's got a flat 7, it's got a 5, a 4, and then it's very suspended. It's got the 3 and the 4. Okay, so check it out. Here's the Can't Stop Now lick. I'm gonna go ahead and change it so you can see what I mean by the roll stays the same, but the notes in the right hand change. So just watch this. This is a more vanilla version of it. Okay, so I just changed it. I kept the roll the same, and all I did is plug in different notes. And now, literally, instead of having this, now you have this. Okay, let me do that again. So now I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna put it right here. And now I'm gonna change the notes again and make it minor. So watch this. Okay, cool. So I just changed some notes around and now it's gonna be minor. Again, the roll has been maintained. If you keep the roll and change the notes, a lot of magic can happen. Let's analyze it by understanding the rolls that happen here. The first thing that I'm looking for, if this were new to me, is I'm looking for familiar rolls. And I'm seeing I'm looking at 3-note rolls. I see a forward roll right there. I see a backward roll. I see a backward roll. I see a backward roll. And then I see a forward roll. So the thing you kind of want to identify is just what is the roll shape. And then again, it has a pickup with that kind of forward roll right there. And then once you kind of identify the roll shapes, you can take a look at the 4-note patterns, like right there. That's a middle forward roll. And then the next one, you got a thumb reverse. And then you got a middle reverse. And then you can kind of understand that as like an alternate index roll. But it's kind of easier to get that whole thing in like one phrase. And this roll right here, that was pretty easily understood as a forward backward roll. Let's talk about what happens when we start playing backup. How you can play fast is by keeping the rhythmic motif the same and changing the chord. The first 4 measures go like this. So what's going on there specifically, at least now that I'm looking at it and I've kind of analyzed what I already played on it, is that I went into this with just like 2 rolls that I really wanted to play. And one of the rolls is this one, and the other roll is this one. So what is important about that? So let me take this roll. I'm gonna copy that roll. I'm gonna put it up here, and we're just gonna analyze it for a second. Okay, I'm gonna write it in a different way, but it's still gonna be the same roll. Oh, whoops. Okay, so here we have the same roll. And actually, one of my banjo students taught me this roll that she said Kristen Scott Benson taught her this roll. But this is this roll. And that drives. That's a good roll. And I heard my student Lara, she was playing this kind of stuff, like. She was playing that kind of stuff. I'm like, that's awesome. And then we looked at the roll, and she said, this is the roll that Kristen Scott Benson taught me. And quite frankly enough, it is the money roll. Why is it the money roll? Let's analyze it. It starts off with a thumb Dobalina. Boom, right there. The first 8 notes, Bob Dobalina, Mr. Bob. Right there. We like Mr. Bob Dobalina. He drives. It's mostly forward rolls. It's got that thumb. It's got an 8th notes right here. Boom. Ba tika taka tika. That's a good one. Okay, this next 8-note roll, what is that? I'll give you 3 seconds. That is a forward-backward roll. So this roll, it's a Bob Dobalina into a forward-backward, and I generally played this roll a lot throughout the song. And how it actually appears here, it's still the same roll. It's the Bob Dobalina right there going into a forward-backward roll. And this thing, it just drives, and it's easy to play because it's mostly forward-backward rolls. So you see throughout this arrangement, there's going to be a lot of forward-backward rolls and a lot of Bob Dobalina rolls. And this is just a particular 16-note arrangement of those two 8-note rolls. Okay, cool. So the next roll that I want to discuss, okay, so we're going to go back down to these 4 bars. This measure right here. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let me get rid of this. Okay, let's take a look at this roll. Okay, let me write this roll in a different way because this roll is important. Check this out. Okay, so now I just wrote that roll in a different way. So what's happening here is this is a double forward roll. It's thumb 1 2 thumb 1 2. Right there we have thumb 1 2 thumb 1 2. This right here, thumb 1 2 thumb 1 2. Again, we have thumb 1 2 thumb 1 2. And then here, that is actually a square roll, thumb 1 thumb 2. Kind of seems kind of odd, but it actually is a thumb 1 thumb 2. This thing right here, again, it's an alternate thumb roll, a thumb 1 thumb 2. So this roll right here is a and those who have been with me for a while, you'll know this roll because I transcribed this from 81 Crow's backup, and his backup kind of sounds like this. And if you transpose that just a little bit, if you just like put the first forward roll on the inside strings and the second forward roll on the outside strings, you'll get this kind of sound. And so this kind of thing you can play quickly, and it's actually very easy to play. And that's a very important thing to me, is that things, they have to be easy to play or else they're just going to be impossible. So nonetheless, those 2 rolls I play a lot throughout this whole thing. It's good to analyze in terms of forward backward rolls and Bob Dobalina rolls. This measure right here, what exactly is going on there? Okay, first thing I see, boom, forward backward roll. Yeah, that right there, forward backward roll. Okay, cool. This next thing, what is that? Again, we like to break them up into 4-note chunks right there. That is a square roll, and then this is a that's a thumb forward. So you got forward backward, square roll, and the thumb forward, and that summarizes this measure. Okay, let's talk about what's going on here. Maybe I should take a second and talk about what's happening right here. Okay, so this, I guess it's easier to understand it like this. It's a square roll. Thumb 1, thumb 2. Ends on the C. So it's like a square roll emphasizing the C chord, or an E chord in this case. this little thumb 2 right there is just an accent on that square roll. And then it goes right into that double forward. Okay, let's talk about bar 17. That thing's repeated, the double square roll's repeated. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, cool. What roll is this? It looks like this roll is repeated 1, 2, and 3 times. That is an alternate middle roll. That roll may be difficult, but that is a good one worth practicing. Alternate middle roll, and then I'm just like holding that second string down. So that one's not too bad. This right here, again, you got a reverse forward roll. Like a reverse roll into a forward roll into an alternate middle roll right there. Yeah. Now we get to this 5 chord. That's basically what happened right here. So the thing about this roll, again, it's the Bob Dobalina roll with a forward backward roll to end it. So you can see this is the same rhythm, Bob Dobalina, Mr. Bob, and Mr. Bob would be right there, into a forward backward roll. And you see that same roll is repeated right here. And then these chords right here, these just have a different rhythmic motif, but it's a, you know, it's like a little kind of like a forward backward roll going up those inside strings. Again, the Bob Dobalina into the forward backward roll is repeated. Again, right here, the Bob Dobalina roll, right there, boom, right there. That's the Bob Dobalina, thumb forward Dobalina into the forward backward roll. Again, so that roll, the roll is the same from this measure to this measure. And so what I'm trying to get at is how you can play fast is by keeping the rhythmic motif the same and changing the chords, even changing what fingers the right hand goes to, but maintaining the roll, keeping the right hand order the same. Okay, now let's see what happens here. Okay, yeah, and then this is just a good, like, I think I said this one never gets old in the video or whatever. This one actually, it does never get old. Yeah. Okay, the only thing to note is right there, there's a little Foggy Mountain roll right here. Boom, right there, that thing right here. I could simplify it by taking this out, and the roll will be easier to see. But now you can see this is actually be, you can see this right here would be 1, 2, thumb 2. So that'd be an alternate middle roll. Put that back there. Alternate middle roll into a forward roll. So those 8 notes are actually a Foggy Mountain breakdown roll. That right there is a Foggy Mountain breakdown roll. And then you can see the forward roll continues right there. What's funny is this is actually kind of like a Foggy Mountain breakdown roll too. Wow, yeah. That's 1, 2, thumb 2 right there, yeah. Yeah, that's funny because these 8 notes is actually the same roll as these 8 notes. Again, my hypothesis in this video is that you keep the rhythmic motif the same and you can play a lot faster. And this is stuff that I'm kind of doing subconsciously. A lot of this I improvised, but I knew that I just kind of had to keep the roll going, and now I'm kind of analyzing these rolls that I did. So Foggy Mountain, so we got the Foggy Mountain roll, we got the Bob Dobalina roll, and then the forward backward rolls in certain orders. That being said, I hope that sheds a little light on how I go about playing Can't Stop Now. Thank you guys. I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace.